Rodney is here today to talk about this Christmas week forecast. What's the matter?
I'm here all week. All right, let's take a look at the radar. We've got snow. Well, right now it's lit up in the gorge itself except for the Dalles. This is the blue area, but we are still tracking wintry weather in the gorge. Storm warnings up in the Cascades. And I want to point out, as we show you the big map, you see the snow out in Pendleton. Baker City could get a few inches of snow today. Here's all the rain, just rain. Temperatures held about 40 degrees last night here in the valley. But see these red and orange colors, Salem, Canby, Colton, all this is moving up to the north. So this is really going to turn into a driving rainstorm of sorts in the coming hours over Portland as we really get into the morning commute hours. We are at 40, but the rain's going to be heavy for the next several hours. 44 at noon, lighter rain, but steady this afternoon, and 44 degrees.
All right, Rod, let's get to our top news story this half hour. We just talked about the fact that we're less than a week away from Christmas now, and U.S. health experts are talking about that combination of the Omicron variant and holiday travel plans.
There really is still a lot we don't know about Omicron, but compared to where we were last year with the pandemic, we've made some progress. Here's Galen Etlin.
AAA estimates more than 109 million Americans will travel for this Christmas and New Year. That's a 34% increase over this time last year, twice as much as this Thanksgiving. And even with the Omicron variant surging, people here at PDX are not that concerned. Ascending into PDX Departures Sunday, you can feel the energy.
I'm really excited because we haven't seen our cousins in a bit.
Opal Browning, her sister Leela, and mom Diana are heading to Utah to visit family this holiday.
We spent a year and a half away from my dad, who had cancer.
COVID kept them apart, but now
We just got our boosters, and these kiddos were lucky enough to get their vaccinations.
travel feels safer to this nurse, and others here agree.
You just realize all the time that's been lost.
Back to normal life.
Yes,
actually.
exactly.
Yeah.
Precautions are front and center.
Masks, keeping distance, vaccinations.
But as the contagious Omicron variant appears in nearly every state, experts are worried about a new spike from the holidays.
The extraordinary capability of spreading.
It's going to find those amongst our community who are still vulnerable, about 40% that are not fully vaccinated.
Early research does not prove yet if the variant makes people sicker, but since it appears to spread more quickly, vulnerable populations and people with other conditions are at risk.
The hospitals are already strained compared to last year.
We have so many people in this country who are eligible to be vaccinated who have not yet been vaccinated.
But Dr. Anthony Fauci says those who are, and especially those who are boosted, should feel safe to travel this season. And for these groups at PDX, reuniting with family.
First time, being together since COVID.
Vaccines and advances in COVID prevention make a world of difference over last year.
Taking the right precautions and still being able to have that time with family and friends is important.
We have to live our lives, but carefully.
Now, because of rising case numbers, the Biden administration has extended its federal mask mandate to mid-March, and that applies to people traveling by bus, plane, train, and any other public transportation. Galen Etlin, KGW News.
With the new variant and the holidays, a lot of people want to buy at-home COVID tests. A few weeks ago, you could find them just about anywhere. Now stores can't keep them in stock. The demand is also leading to shortages online. So companies like Walgreens are limiting how many kits customers can buy.
It's all about distribution. Once those tests are manufactured, even if we have theoretically enough capacity, we've got to get them out to the stores, to the homes, and to the businesses for people to actually use that. And each part of that chain is at huge amount of stress right now.
The Today Show digs into how distribution is contributing to the shortage. You can see that report right after sunrise at 7 o'clock.
Well, the Omicron variant is raising concerns for local business owners. We talked to the owners of Wedgehead in Northeast Portland this weekend. They say they've seen a slump in businesses since the Omicron variant was first discovered. And now they're joining a coalition of 3,000 restaurants across the country, signing a letter to Congress. That letter says many restaurants are in danger of closing without extra support from the federal government.
If we were to get that funding, I would give us a 9 out of 10 success rate for the future for the rest of COVID. I'd say without it, I would give our survival rates at maybe 3 out of 10, a 30% chance.
Congress passed $28.6 million in funding for the Restaurant Revitalization Fund earlier this year, but those funds quickly ran out, leaving nearly 200,000 applicants without grants.
Governor Jay Inslee announced the Washington CARES levy won't go into effect, at least not yet, so lawmakers can tweak it a little bit. The controversial payroll tax was set to begin January 1st. The money raised would create a savings fund for individuals who could use it for long-term care expenses in old age or if they get sick. The payroll tax would cost someone making $75,000 about $435 a year. There are a number of concerns about the tax. For instance, people who pay into the system but move out of Washington to retire wouldn't receive any of the benefits.
Well, fireworks are coming back to Clark County. The county voted Friday to temporarily allow fireworks sales next week. Over the summer, we know Clark County adopted an emergency ban on fireworks because of wildfire danger. So the 5-day window to buy fireworks will start at noon next Monday, December 27th, and will end at 11 p.m. on New Year's Eve. And you'll only have a few hours to actually use fireworks. Clark County Fire Marshal Dan Young said in a statement, while the sale of fireworks will temporarily be permitted over the course of several days, discharge is only allowed on New Year's Eve from 6 p.m. to 1 a.m. the next morning, New Year's Day. Shooting fireworks outside of those hours can land you a $500 fine.
Okay, let's turn to weather for a moment. It is a rainy Monday, and it was a rainy weekend, causing issues all across the Portland metro area. Our crew shot this video in Tigard yesterday at the intersection of Southwest Shoals Ferry Road and Nimbus. Lots of flooding. Heavy rain also caused the water to rise in Fano Creek in Greenway Park. The creek eventually spilled over its banks, flooding part of the area. The rain also caused a sewage overflow into the Willamette River. The Big Pipe sewer system reached capacity yesterday morning, and the sewage flowed into the river for about 4 hours. As a result of that, officials are asking folks to avoid going into the water for at least the next 2 days. If you'd like to monitor the situation, this is the website where you can do it. It's called the Big Pipe Tracker. It updates every 15 minutes. As you can see right now, the pipe is 55% full. And Rod, you were talking about rain, heavy rain over the next several hours.
Who wants to monitor disgusting water sewage flow, though?
Well,
Not me.
People need to know.
All right, boy, I tell you what, this all started Saturday afternoon. We've had over 2 inches of rain so far out at the airport, and the rain rates have been fairly uniform. Today's rain will push us over 3 inches for the event, and this soaking rain episode, if you will, finally breaks up and ends this evening. So that's good news. All right, let's talk temperatures real quick. 37 degrees, 1,400 feet on Highway 26 over the Coast Range. That is rain for your travel. The snow level is above 2,000 right now. It actually could get a little bit above 4,000 this afternoon. Right now it's 28 degrees at Government Camp, well plowed by ODOT, Highway 26, but obviously you're driving on a snowpack. We have winter storms for the gorge where the precipitation has been light, but the snow has been heavy in the Cascades where the storm warning is also up. So all this blue, white, that's snow. The Dow's reporting snow. Hood River, just some very light precipitation being reported. And then here comes the rain. And Brenda, before I kind of jumped in, mentioned soaking rains coming this morning. And this is what she's talking about. We'll zoom you in a little bit. See the yellow and orange colors? These are now moving north of Salem. There's Canby, Colton. All this continues to push up. So during the heart of the morning commute hours, 6, 7, 8 o'clock this morning, we expect the rain to be coming down at a pretty good clip, enough that you should expect slowing and give yourself some extra time this morning. Here's Futurecast 8:30. Look at the yellow pockets, and this may be underdoing it, but that was really steady rain up through 10:30. And then this afternoon could be kind of like yesterday, where it's raining, but it's mostly pretty light stuff. Potentially. It will be steady in the afternoon. And then finally, that's it. We're done. We're out of here. 8:30 tonight. That's it. Tomorrow is a mainly dry Tuesday with just a few scattered showers around. Upper 30s to 40s, so temps aren't a concern. They've been steady for about 12 hours now. 42 in Salem. Actually, they've been pretty steady for about 24 hours. Here are the other numbers. 20s out east. Baker City, snow right now. Could be a few inches accumulate for you. Portland goes 45, drier tomorrow. Rain picks up Wednesday. Showers Thursday, Friday. Sticking snow Christmas Day. It's a real possibility. Snow showers on Sunday. It's a real possibility. And all out snowstorm next Monday.
Oh, boy.
It's a real possibility.
I like the waving Santa Claus there on the Saturday, Rod. I think he's saying, hey, what's coming up next on Sunrise? We'll tell you, Santa, right here. Next up on the show, a collaboration that is helping both students at Portland State University and local downtown Portland businesses. Details in just a few minutes, but first, we have a Verify report about the COVID booster. The question is, do you need to avoid alcohol to make sure it works? Our Verify team will find out.